Hello, everybody. Welcome to another night of Divorce Me Too. Thank you for tuning in again. We have a nice segment for y'all tonight, and Andrea will be hosting this segment. I am so excited and I'm nervous at the same time because she's going to be asking me questions, y'all. So I might have to be sipping and wetting my throat. So, y'all just bear with us. But y'all, this channel is all about um just kind of letting y'all know the process that we go through and that we are going through while we going through separation and divorce. It's not to really give y'all a helping hand. It's just to make y'all help y'all understand feelings, emotions, and all this other stuff that we go through with the separation and divorce, and how to kind of help you get through it day by day on a daily basis. So we're gonna give Andrea the floor. Y'all, I'm so excited when she talk because she don't be talking. So here goes.
Hello, everyone. So tonight we're going to be talking about the aftermath of divorce. So I've been divorced now for 5 years, and one of my pastors, she described my like what I was going through in my marriage. She described it like a hurricane. So that gave me the idea of the aftermath, because after the divorce, then you have the cleanup and everything. And I was the one who was left behind. I was left behind with all the children. I was left behind with all of the bills and all of the responsibility and all of the roles. So everything was left on my shoulders. And I don't know if you guys have ever been through a storm, but like if you ever go through a storm, especially like a hurricane, it's really like destructive. And that's kind of like what a divorce is about, you know um, a lot of people don't understand like what a divorce, like what it does to people or what it does to a family, because you're literally tearing apart a family. That's what it is. So a divorce is destructive and it wreaks havoc on a family the same way a hurricane does. So the difference between the storm of life and Mother Nature is that after any storm, the community, the country, even sometimes people from other countries, they help clean up after a storm. But in a divorce, there is only that one person, that one parent left behind to clean up everything. And it actually, like divorce, it actually shifts like your roles, because before you get divorced, like God, He created everything with a purpose. So He created man to cultivate the ground. He created woman to be a helpmeet. He created the man and the woman to join together to be fruitful, to multiply, and to replenish the earth. He also created marriage for us to be intimate and enjoy one another's company. And when that rips apart, it creates a big hole, void, somewhat like in that family, and it causes the roles to change. So now that the husband is gone, or sometimes even the wife is gone, but in my case, the husband was gone. So the foundation was gone. The priest of the home was gone. My covering was gone. So I was bare. So everything now it fell on my shoulders. I had to do it all myself. So now here I am. I'm the protector. I am the provider. I'm the one who supports and do everything for my household and for my kids. And a lot of times it's a lot, because the thing about it is God never created me to be the protector. He never created me to be the provider. But since my husband left, my ex-husband left, and I had to pick up all these roles. Now, what is going to become of me as a mother? Because that's my job. My job as a wife to be the helpmate. My job as the mother to nourish and care for my children. So now that the man is gone, I have to take on his role. So who's going to take care of my role? That falls on my kids. So because I'm out of the home now and I have to work to support and do everything, my kids now, they take on the role as being mommy to themselves. They have to clean, they have to cook, and they have to take care of themselves while mommy is out providing and while daddy is gone, just lounging, doing whatever he chose to do. So, and sometimes that creates like it's very stressful. It's very frustrating because I don't want to be a provider. I do not want to be a protector because I was never built for that. I was never designed for that. Miles Monroe he had this saying. He said, where purpose is not understood, abuse is inevitable. And I learned that because right now I'm not in the calling that God has chosen for me because I have to be mommy and daddy. And I don't have a clue how to be a mommy to boys. I don't have a clue.
How to be
So,
daddy.
yeah, sorry, how to be a daddy. So, what do I do? Like, how do I raise boys? Well, number one, I have to put my faith in God. So on Sunday, I got frustrated and I got so tired because it's like everything that I have, it goes into the house and it goes into my kids, everything. And I got frustrated and I didn't understand why I keep getting frustrated over and over and over about doing everything on my own. And that is because I was never meant to do everything on my own. God never designed it this way. This is the way of the world. The world says it's okay for you to get a divorce, and it's okay to leave your wife, or it's okay to leave your children, and it's okay to leave your husband. You understand? But who is there to pick up the pieces? Nobody. If you don't have friends or families to support you while you're going through this, you're all alone. And with me being here in Canada, I'm all alone. And with my sister Christina being there in Virginia, she's all alone. And I normally would get mad at Tina because some days she goes home from work and she's washing dishes, and that makes me mad. You hear what I say? But guess what? As a mom, that's her job.
Mm.
That is what she is supposed to do. That is her job. It is not our kids' responsibility to take care of themselves. It's not their responsibilities to cook and clean and do all of these things. Yes, they have chores. There is nothing wrong with them doing chores. But when the mother has to step out of the house to provide for those children, then everything is out of whack. Everything is out of whack. And I want to ask my sister, like, how do you deal with this constantly? Like, how do you deal with the roles being reversed and so much pressure on you now to do everything inside your house for you and your children?
Y'all know I like to talk sometimes. Well, So I can make this kind of short. Um, the way I'm dealing with it is because I grew up with my mother. My mother grew as a, like, she did all the growing up, teaching us how to do stuff. And I don't think there was nothing under the sun this woman could not do. And she allowed us and she showed us how to walk that same path. And she always say there's always something in the house to do. And she said, if you can't find something in the house to do, go outside and find something. And so for a very long time, we was without a father figure or a dad in the home. So by the time a man came along in her life, we were already grown. We already knew how to do a lot of stuff. Like I started learning how to wash clothes on a scrub board at the age of 5 years old. And so we became very independent very early. So we didn't have time to sit around on the phones. We didn't have no phones back then, cell phones. We didn't have time to sit around and play. It was always get up 5 o'clock in the morning, you up. You have to do work before you even go to school. So when when my soon to be ex-husband met me, he met me doing it all by myself. Um, I had a son, my first son, and then I had a second son, and they were like probably 9 years apart. And when my soon to be ex-husband met me, my second son was 2 years old. So yeah, I was kind of really just doing it on my own. I had my own place, paying my own bills, had my own car, money in the bank, and I was just doing, and I felt good. Sometimes I was lonely, yes, but I felt good doing it. So when I got proposed to, I was like, oh, I'm going to be a wife, I'm going to be a mother, and so I could go to work and I could come home and I could do motherly things. I never wanted to be a stay-at-home mom because really where we come from, that really don't exist in the Bahamas. A stay-at-home mom really don't exist in the Bahamas. So, I mean, people do it, but that ain't gonna stay for long. Women, just like a lot of other women in different countries, they are very independent. So coming here and having to do that and then getting married, I thought it was gonna last. I just like, you get a good woman. I could cook, I could clean, I could take care of home, I could run the roller race in the room, and I could take care of a husband, I could take care of children. So by the time I had my third child, my second son was 5 years old. So I had a 5 year old, I had a 5 year old, a 1 year old, a 2 year old, and a 3 year old moving forward. And then going straight on into the marriage, I find out that I really was doing it alone from almost the beginning of my marriage. I was doing it by myself. And so I didn't really complain too much because I know he was working. So he was doing what he was supposed to be doing, and I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. But then when it came down to the end, where so much stuff in between now and then just started to erupt and chaos started coming to marriage, I had to even build more endurance within myself to move forward and to become a mother and played a father role. And I remember sitting down telling my kids, I said, look, I can't be a father. I said, I don't know how to be a father, but I can train y'all, like the Bible say, train a child in the way they should go. I can train y'all how to be a man and a woman in a moral way, in a physical way, in a mental way, but to be strong and stuff what fathers would teach or teach to their kids, like a daughter. No, a daughter's supposed to have her father first as her first love, her boyfriend. He's supposed to show her. There's so much love. There's so much a father has to show a daughter. There's so much a father have to teach a son. So yeah, I had to take up those parts. It was not easy, but I'm doing it. And yes, I come home just like today. I came home on my break and I had to wash a few dishes in the sink. But and then I went back to work and I struggled through work, and then I came home and I was ripping, dipping, and diving and rolling because my son inside football, and so he have a lot of stuff going on, and I had to do that, and it's a lot. And so I'm thinking to myself, I'm not, like I told him yesterday, I was like, I'm not supposed to be doing this all by myself. Like this football thing, I'm not supposed to be sitting there talking to your coach and wondering what school you go to, and they want to know how your behavior is at home and how your eating is at home, and do are you working out while you just it's just these things what a father figure should be, coaching with their son. I don't know how to do that. And so, now they're trying to build a community where they said like a lot of single mothers too, they want them to get in the act, but I'm not that person where I always get in with someone. So you just got to be strong. You got to have the will, and you just got to know, look, a lot of time people say there's a reward to the end, but believe you me, there's really not a reward. This is something you was given to do. I mean, honestly, if you really think about it, you think every time, like my son will say, Mommy, if I get all A's, you can give me something. No, you're supposed to go to school to get A's. I have to give you nothing. But for yourself, your reward is that you did not fail. You conquered those grades. You did it by yourself. Now you got to move on to the next phase. It really isn't easy as a single mom, especially financially, because when these kids get older and they're in their teenage, they want so much stuff. And so you have to find yourself just tearing at. I have four. Andrea have three. Well, now she have two that's still in school. But I pray to God every day for my strength. And so I try to be a mother. I try to be a friend. And I can be honest, I don't try to be no father because I cannot. I cannot. So yeah, I know that was lengthy, but that's the story of doing it by myself. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I understand exactly what you're going through, because like we said earlier, that we're basically going through the same thing. It's only at a different time frame in our lives, you know. And I wanted to be a stay-at-home mother. I never wanted to work outside of the house. No, I wanted to be the mother who stayed home, took care of her husband, took care of her house, took care of her kids, and do the basketball thing, all of the extra curriculum activities. That's what I wanted to do because I enjoyed taking care of my home. I enjoyed taking care of my ex-husband. I enjoyed taking care of my kids. And I felt like he took that away from me. That is something that I wanted and he took it away from me, you know, and it seems like I'm never going to get that back. I felt like I was ripped off and I was robbed, you know, of the person that I wanted to become, the mother that I wanted to become. And sometimes I feel like I had to hang up my mother's gown and put on another hat just to deal with everything that I was dealing with, including our children. And the thing about it is, our children go through mixed emotions. They go through feelings as well. They go through tantrums and stuff like that, because sometimes we feel like our kids are not affected, but they are. They are deeply and emotionally affected by what happens in our life, you know? So I would say I am truly grateful to God for my kids because they are really strong. And I think the fact that they see me struggle and they know what I am doing for them, they respect me, So I am really grateful that they could talk to me in that way because before time, I didn't talk. I never talk about it with my kids. I never talk about what I went through with their father and stuff like that. No longer than last night, my daughter and I were talking, and she said, "Mommy, it felt like we were walking on eggshells when we used to live with daddy. I say that is one of the reasons why I left too, because it was like, it was like, it was tension all the time. It's like you're not comfortable. It's like you had to be perfect. And there's no such thing as perfection in this world. We're human beings. We will always make mistakes. As long as we live, we will make mistakes. But when you make a mistake around him, oh my God, it was like doors being slammed, words flying all over the place. You this, you that, you ain't nothing. You understand? It was like, it was horrific. It was horrific. Like I said, it was like a hurricane going through that house, living in that house. And even during the process, it was like, it, man, I'm just happy that I'm still sane, I'm in sound, I have a sound mind, because I honestly believe if it was not for the grace of God and for the mercies of God, I would have been in some mental institution with my mind just like, I probably would have been out of my mind, you know. So, and that this is the reason why we want to talk to people out there who are probably going through or have been through the same things that we have been through. You know, you're not alone, you know, and raising your kids on your own, it's not easy, but I could say in the end it will definitely be worth it, because like I tell you, I tell God, I tell God, I say, God, I'm tired. I say, I need you to be the provider so I could provide for my kids. You provide for me as I provide for them. You protect us. You cover us, because we don't have a covering in our house. We don't have a protector in our house. We don't have a provider in our house, you know? So I rely a lot on God to help me each and every day. Yeah, so and the thing that I've noticed, um in divorce, like I say, dealing with my situation, dealing with Tina's situation, it seems like the one person who always walks the straight and narrow, or the person in the relationship who tries to do the right thing or who's doing the right thing, is the one who always gets hurt, and that is the one who's always left behind. So, Tina, what you have to say about that? Left behind, left behind to clean up the aftermath, you know, left behind to do everything, you know. What what keeps you sane, Tina? What keeps you in all of this? Because you are going through the process right now. What keeps Christina sane while going through the process of a divorce and continuing to take care of your home and your children? What keeps you sane?
And y'all, that's not water. Tonight, I actually am drinking a light, just a light wine. I'm not drinking no red wine tonight because I have a really busy week. Um, Wine, Jesus wine, Jesus wine keep me sane. What keeps me sane? Mm, the one thing that really keeps me focused on just staying focused on my kids and my life and get my life together is I like to work out. I like to do that. Um, and for every situation is different. Every situation is different, and a lot of people, they handle their situation and their process of going through differently. I know I'm not an alcoholic. Every now and then I have a glass of, like today, like tonight, excuse me, I really do want to have a glass of red wine, but I know I can't because I know I had a long day. I had a long day yesterday. And so I feel like sometimes I'm going to my mind. My next door neighbor, He was like, you been rolling, like you been coming home, going out, coming home, going out. It's like, do he work out every day? Yes, he have to go. Now he's in the 12th grade and they have so much going on. He has to be to practice every day. And because he don't drive, I have to be the one to take him because the other spouse is not there. I have to be the one to take him. It is so frustrating though. And let me tell you, so I can try to make this as clear as I can. So my son that is in football right now, his father is in the Bahamas. So the guy that I'm married to, um, this is not his biological father. This is his stepfather. But let me explain something to you guys, men and women. When you get in a relationship or you married someone with children that's already in that person's life, you said, yes, I do, you taken up that role of becoming a father figure or a mother figure to that child. And when you leave, now the child has two parents that neglected them. And it's not just that, oh, well, I ain't his dad anyhow, or I ain't her mom anyhow, so I'm just gonna go. She ain't gonna feel no way. Yes, they do. My son act out a lot. And one time, we would sit down and we would talk. And I know the one thing he said, he thought that would never happen to us because he just thought we was good. He was like, Mommy, I thought we was good. I thought he really was going to be my daddy because I don't hear from my daddy. And I was like, sometimes people just choose different paths, and sometimes you just got to know when to let go, and that's hard to explain to a child because they don't understand that. Sometimes you just got to let go. I'm a child. Let go of what? My parents. Let go of someone who grew me up, who was there for me, and now you're not there anymore. And so the thing about us now, it even hurts more now because the other three get to go off with him every other weekend and he gets left behind. So not just me get left behind, he gets left behind. And so I'm feeling guilty. I'm feeling like, wow. Yeah, I'm feeling guilty. Like I made this choice for this man to come into our life. And now when he walks away to go and entertain himself and be himself. But now he get to be with his other three kids, but he don't get to do the physical part with my son. He would give him, but he don't get to do the physical part. And even though he walk away, he wouldn't come and say, you know what? I I spend every other weekend with these three kids. I know I'm not your biological dad, but I'm coming to pick you up a weekend, or I'm coming to pick you up just for a day and we could go and hang. See, you walk out, but you're not fully looking back. You just looking back, and then you leave someone all the way behind. Never mind me, but you leaving him behind. So the guilt for me is now I bring someone else in his life again to fail him. Do I want to fail him? No. So I have to find that strength to be focused, to say, I'm not going to fail you. And if I do, it's not intentional. I might fall sometime. I'm not going to be perfect, but I do not want to walk out on you. Unless God take me off this earth, I am here for you. And so for us who are left behind, for us who are willing to stay, number one, don't give up your kids. A lot of people do that. I just found out about someone who give their two kids to, so they're going through a divorce. So the father took the kids and gave it to the sister-in-law, and this was the sister-in-law who didn't. It's a story. So the mother left. Now the father gave the kids away because the mother ain't there to deal with the kids. Don't give your kids away, and please don't take your life. This is not the end of your life. For every situation you go through, and for every journey, you either gonna get a flat tire, you got to get up and you got to fix that. Something is going to happen. You're going to get sick. You got to get up and you got to be strong and you got to move on. For me, every day when I get up, Some days I don't feel like going to work because what I do is a passion for me. I go anyhow. And some days when I feel like I just taking too long, I can't wait to get home to see my kids. And I feel good that I'm doing this for them because I do not want to fail. I do not want to intentionally fail my kids. And I drive deep within and I pull the strength that I have to say, Tina, you're going to keep on moving because they need you. Be there for them. Be there because they need you more than anything. And don't mind the other parent coming in and doing all this physical show and giving and doing all of this. What you giving them, they ain't going to never forget. They will never forget. So you got to make sure, and you know, you have to take time for yourself. Please take time for yourself. If your kids are still babies, that's hard to do, but find someone in the family you truly trust and give their kid to them for one day. And you got to find time for yourself. As I go on in my process, I'm gradually finding that Tina needs time for her even more. Just if I don't even want to go out and I just want to lay down and watch TV or do it, I'm finding time for myself. I was listening to this song with Whitney Houston the other day. It's called Do It on My Own. And I remember when my second son, father, and I split, and I remember sitting on the balcony. I was 6 months pregnant. I was getting ready to jump off that balcony. And my friend walked through the door. And she said, Tina, if you do this, we ain't gonna have no one to lean on because we don't, you just the strongest person we know. And then I started hearing the song Whitney Houston, I'm not afraid to try it on my own. Please don't be afraid to try this journey on your own. It's not going to be easy, but don't be afraid. I know you hear us talk a lot about God, and we put a lot of God in that because we couldn't get through this, and we couldn't get to where we are if it wasn't for Him. I'm telling you, I could not have made it if either I would have been in jail or I would have been 6 feet. I'm telling you, that's where I would have been. So to just to let you know, just be strong. Find that strength. And your weakest moment, if you feel weak, if you feel tired and you feel like you just sad and you want to cry, sit there, close that door and cry. Mm-hmm. Just cry. When I first started going through this, I started looking at videos to see how to go through a divorce. But I just kept getting all kind of different stuff. They started telling you about the divorce instead of telling their story of how they get through it. I'm just telling my story of how I get through it and where my strength come from. And you can find your strength too. And some days when you don't feel like cleaning that darn house, do not clean that house. Yeah, lock them children in the room and go sit down and drink yourself some wine. And you'll stay sane.
Yes, so she is so right. We could not get through this without the help of the Lord. There is a verse in 1 Peter 5:7 that says, cast your cares upon the Lord because He cares for you. And if you don't know what to do, call upon Jesus. Because when you call upon Him, He is there to help you. He is there to save you. He is your present help in the time of trouble. When the storms of life kick your butt, listen, the pastor can't help you. Your job can't help you. Your children, that's how he said in the Bible, is your children. Your children can't help you. Your family can't help you. Your mommy, your daddy can't help you. Only Jesus can help you. Only Him can help you. And that's what we want to share with you. We want to share with you our journey, and we want to share with you how we got through it all with the help and the strength of God on our side. And we could not do this without Him.
And we just want y'all to know that, look, we're not giving you advice as to what you should do. And I cannot stress that enough, because a lot of times, you have videos and people say, well, I saw this on the video and this is what I should do. We're not saying this is how you should do it. We just giving you insight on how we got through it and what
Yeah,
goes
how we doing
on
it?
in a daily basis. And trust me, we ain't always talking about Jesus sometimes. I'm telling you.
No, no,
So
oh
we ain't
no.
always talking about Jesus, and sometimes we ain't always talking about the bad, and sometimes we ain't always talking about the good. Sometimes we go
Yeah.
back to the past as to, boy, if he only do this or if she only do this. I mean, and that's just what it is. So when you sit and hear these videos, don't sit to listen for, well, okay, this happened, so this is what I should do. No, I'm just telling you what I went through. So if something happened in your relationship, and I that's what I said happened in my relationship. I'm not saying that's how you should go about it to get over it, but pray about it, talk to someone about it, write it down, and figure it out for yourself. But do not go over the edge thinking you're not going to get past this. You're going to smile one day. Even if you got to fake a smile. I remember I had to fake so many smiles. I had to fake a smile till I break down crying in front of my client because I couldn't fake it no more. I just break down crying in front of my client. I was like, yeah, everything is good. We just talking. I'm like, Lord, if she could just let me hurry and get upstairs and I could start doing my work, I could cry. But she just started there and I just prayed so crying. She's like, what happened? Did I say something wrong? I was like, no, just having one of those days, and then Whitney Houston, I have another song, just one of those days. It's just one of those days. So, don't think you're all alone. If you ever want to join, little click, comment or send us an email, and you could just chime on in and we could sit down and we could have a discussion. If you want to cry and if you're going through it, um, we're not here to, I don't want to say we're here to help, but we're here to listen. And guess what? You're not stupid. You're not. Don't think you're stupid. I said that to myself. I'm stupid. I call myself stupid and ass, dummy, all this thing. You're not that. That's how you feeling in the moment, but you're not that. You're a wonderful person. You are a wonderful person. And they only gone because you deserve better.
And you know what? The thing about it is, she's not calling herself stupid or an ass or a dummy or whatever. Those are thoughts planted in your head by the enemy because he wants you to condemn yourself. He wants you to get to a point where you want to give up on life. But no, don't listen to him because that's a lie. That is a lie. So don't listen to your thoughts because your thoughts will lead you down a wrong path. If you have to seek help, seek help. If you have to go to a therapist or a pastor, whatever it is you have to do to get through, whatever it is you need to get through, do it. Divorce is only one of life's storms. We have a lot of storms out there that hit us in our life. This is the biggest storm that hit us. This is a major category 5 that hit us. So this is the reason why we're talking about it, because we want to let you know that, hey, you're not the only one out there who had a storm ravage through your family, and you're not the only one who was going through the aftermath of doing it all on your own, and that shows your strength, we doing it on our own, that shows strength, that shows bravery, that shows courage, and we're growing up some strong, independent children. And you know what I find amazing too is like a lot of times children who are caught up in the cycle of divorce, they tend not to like go out there and have relationships and get married and stuff like that. They tend not to do those things sometimes, you know? So I'm just hoping that because I know I have my 2 daughters and they've been interested in getting married. They've been interested in having children after they saw what I went through, So I'm just praying and hoping that one day it changed. Like One day they will meet, I'm just hoping and praying that, we still have nice men out there. We still have nice women out there. Some who wants to be faithful, some who wants to be committed, some who wants to be married and enjoy it, who wants to be a father, who wants to be a mother, so, life is not the end, this is the end of that season. This is the end of the divorce season. It's the end of the aftermath. But hey, you have to pick up the pieces and move on and find out what is that next chapter all about in your life. It's not the end of the road.
Yeah, you got to take it one day at a time. Like today,
Hmm.
there was something else I had to do important today, like send some important mails out. I was supposed to go make an important phone call. I didn't get to do that today. But when I finish here, I'm going to go to my bed. I am not going to do that. Take it one day at a
Absolutely.
time because I didn't get it done today, don't means I can't get it done tomorrow. And it's
Tomorrow. Hmm.
as long as not death detrimental, I am not going to hurt myself the way I used to pressure myself. So you just
Stress
take it
yourself
one day at
out.
a time. I was laying in bed the other day and I was just thinking about people who maybe just started going through this. And let me tell you, my chest just like cave in through
Fighting
the
up.
eyes, right? Because you are at the beginning, but you're gonna get
Whew.
through this. I'm like almost 2 years into being extremely over the top happy and content. And
Yes.
content. Shoot, I ain't gotta cook for nobody. I could go to bed the way I want to go to bed. I could dress and go out how I want to dress and go out. And I don't have to, it's good to do it. But right now in this moment, enjoy the singleness, enjoy you. And it's gonna get lonely sometime. I promise you it is. But you're gonna
Yeah.
get past it. You gotta choose that pain to heal. And I know you just go, oh, I don't understand. You don't understand. I do understand. I might not understand the magnitude because yours might have come with the physical. Andrea Owen had the physical. Mine just had a lot
Hmm.
of mental abuse. I had a lot of mental abuse. I thought I was going off my mind. Like you tell me you black today, and yes, and tomorrow you telling me you white, and here I am thinking, well, which one did he say it was? Yeah, maybe I say it. It's like a switcheroo thing, Just look, take it one day at a time. Today, if you don't feel like doing nothing, just don't. You're gonna find yourself, and you're gonna find the path. And let me tell you, really, I always think back to before I met him, how happy and content I was. I was doing it all by myself. I was enjoying the beach, the long walks on the beach, drinking wine, going to movies, just dressing up and go shooting pool by myself. Yeah, so I said I won't do that again. So, just take it one day at a time. If it don't kill you, you
Make
still
you
gonna live.
stronger.
You're gonna live. You're gonna be strong. Grab them
Yes.
kids and put them kids in the bed and make them feel like a pillow. My kids sleep in my bed many nights. Yeah, I didn't even want to let them go in my bed. Many nights because that did nights I know I don't want to cry. So as long as they was in the bed, I wasn't gonna cry. So grab them, comfort them because they need it. And when you think they don't see your hurt and your pain, trust and believe they
They
see
see
it.
it. They
My
see
daughter
it.
came in the room the other day and I was in the glass and she's like, Mommy, you so strong. I mean, she hold me by my shoulder. She was like, I hope I could be like you because all the stuff you've been through, all the stuff you going through, and like every day you come home and you still smile with us. She said, I want to be strong. Like how you was do it. And I said, I only do it because God give me the strength to do it.
Hmm.
And I'm still here because I see y'all, but I would have been going, I would have signed them papers and gone a long time. One day
Hmm.
at a time. Tuesday, you do Tuesday, and then you wait for Wednesday. Don't do Tuesday and Wednesday together. They'll not.
Hmm.
And
That's
you have
right.
questions?
That's right. Yes. So, know who you are. Know who you are. You understand? Know what is your God-given potential. Everything and everyone have a purpose. God created everything with purpose. He created everything on purpose. You understand? And if you don't understand certain things about your life, like with the doctors, there's a lot, you know. Go to your creator. He's our creator. Go to your creator. He will inform you. He will let you know, you know. So I just wanted to say with me, I'm moving forward now that I have a more clearer understanding of why God created me to be the type of person that I am. You know, I think for me, it would not be as stressful or as frustrating as it is because I'm like Tina said, I'm like, I want to do more stuff with myself, you know. I want to start appreciating me, you know. Like I'm that type of person that I would pay the bills first. Like it doesn't matter. Like I want to make sure my bills are paid on time. That's me. I like comfort, you know, and as long as my bills are paid on time and there is food in the cupboard for my kids to eat, I'm good, you know. But I'm going through this process now, you know, like I'm so sick and tired of just keeping the money on the bank account for the bills. Like if I want to go to a restaurant and have some food, I'm going to do that. You know, if I want to go out by myself and have a drink, I'm going to do that. And if only $2 in the bank and if it's overdrawn, then hey, it's going to happen because I'm so sick and tired. It is time for me to live my life. When am I going to live my life? Do I have to wait until the kids leave to live my life? No. I don't even know if I have that long. You understand? So I'm going to start living my life now. Like I say, if Andrea won't go out, honey, Andrea's going out. If Andrea feels like she needs to spend this on her children, then she's going to do that. You know, we leaving it on anyway.
Andrea ain't going nowhere.
We leaving it here anyway. You can't take nothing with you. You might as well enjoy what you have. You understand? Whatever little you have or whatever a lot you have, enjoy it. Enjoy life. You know? Yeah.
Andrea's not going to go anywhere, y'all. She ain't going out nowhere. She
Been out today. I've been out today and I had a good time.
Andrea, you went out because your daughter got graduated and someone told you to go with them for a little picnic.
Yes, and I enjoyed myself. And like I say, Tina, like while I was there, it was like it's more to life than like just, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love to be by myself. And I could go out by myself. I could go out by myself. And that's what I am planning on doing, Christina. Going out by myself. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, you're right. I I plan on start doing some stuff. I signed up for salsa dancing, so I'm gonna start doing salsa dancing. And I did skating the other day. I went back to my skating. So I'm gonna start doing salsa dancing classes. I guess probably
Online?
no. I'm going to in a dance theater.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. Um I also sign up with a divorce group that's right here in the area where I live, and they're gonna go out and do things more occasionally. But I am very excited to try out the salsa dancing. I think gradually I'm going to step out, but at times I just feel so comfortable when I could just have time for myself. And so that's what you're going to do, you know, change change the color of your home, change the color of your room. Today was so hectic, and then downstairs was a mess because I was cooking, the kids was doing something, and so when I came upstairs to my room felt so just it just felt so inviting. Like I couldn't wait to just get in my room. So yeah. And so what I want y'all to understand is that every day it's not going to be sunshine, every day it's not going to be rain.
That's right.
And everybody come in your life is not going to leave you behind. And you will love again. If you're willing to open yourself up, do the work, and you can love again. But just wait for the right moment. And through this
The
process,
right person.
I honestly can say I don't think no man could come to me with any foolishery at all. Look, I'm seeing you like a, I don't know, you all don't know what a water glass is, but that's something you put in the water and you could see all the way down. It's like a, it's you can see all the way down to the bottom. So it kind of lets you see from the top of the water to the bottom. I'm looking at you like a mic with a microscope glass, water glass. Like, so if you come to me with some kind of story, no, we ain't having it. Moving it right along. So don't rush to get in a relationship. Don't say, well, I gotta have someone. Just take it one day at a time. And even though you feel like you're left behind for a reason, you left behind because you couldn't keep toting the load and the burden that you don't need to carry with you. And your kids, they are gonna be the roses that is on your thorn bush. Trust and believe that. And you're going to smile every day. So if we made it, you can make it. I'm telling you, I look up to my sister because she went through the physical, mental, and everything. And now she's living in a, a country by herself with her kids. I'm living here by myself. I didn't go through the physical, but mental is just as bad. So, for my closing, I just want y'all to know that today for me, tomorrow for you. Um, be willing and be open to take criticism and to understand where people are coming from and to keep yourself away from negative talks. The more positive you have in your life, the better you're going to heal, and it already happened. So your friends who wants keep, girl, he ain't been here, girl, he ain't checking for you, he even ain't called. Don't entertain it. Just say he don't have to call. I'm good. You might not be good all the way in, but you're good at that moment that you didn't have to hear from him or her. Don't let friends build you up on negative vibes, because when you go and you lay up your head down, I was listening to the book of Job, and Job was telling his three friends, he said, y'all could sit here and comfort me all y'all want to, but when y'all leave from here, I have to lay down in that bed and I have to cry
Amen.
out to God, and only God could
Amen.
comfort me. He said he only find comfort from God. So don't care how much a friend come to you and talk to you. And if they're being negative, tell them, look, stop it right there. And surely, even if it's the kid's father, if you have kids for that person or that kids for that woman, let them know, look, we ain't going there. Don't cross that line. They still are my kids, my kid's father or my kid's mother. Shut that down real quick. You don't need that energy with you. So keep moving, build those muscles, get strong. And today is tomorrow. You're going to get through it.
Yes, yes, you will get through it. You know, just listen to what my sister say. I hope I talk a lot because my sister says that I don't talk a lot. So that's why she gave me this task to take this on tonight. And I hope I did a good enough job, and I hope you guys understood where I was coming from. And I just want to encourage like all the single parents, all the single moms, all the single dads. I just want to encourage you and say that you are doing an awesome, awesome job. In the process, remember to take care of yourself. Remember to treat yourself for every good thing. Remember to treat yourself for every step. Remember to treat yourself. Even if you buy yourself just one pack of gum or one candy, you take that and you say, okay, this is my treat because today I paid the light bill, I kept the light on, To a lot, that's no big deal, but you know what you're going through. You know what you had to do to get that light bill paid. You understand? But most parents, they don't, some people, they don't care, if that light is on. They don't care if their kids eat or whatever the case might be. You understand? You have those type of parents, but you went and you did it. So now you're going to pat yourself on the back and you're going to reward yourself because you did an awesome job. So reward yourself for the small steps all the time. Remember you. Remember to take care of you, and whatever you can do, lean on God, give it to God, and He will do the rest. Do what you can and allow God to do the rest. Do your job and let God do His. Yes, I'm done. So remember to subscribe, comment, like, and share. And if you have any questions, leave the questions. And like I say, one night, we will just take all the questions that we have and we will do our best to answer them. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all, please put the questions on there. I had a friend or two who text me the questions and I was like, just go ahead and put it on there so everyone could see. And then I don't have to answer. And so I know y'all notice I have been putting those little short videos in the mornings. Just whenever I feel like I'm in the moment, but y'all, I'm telling you, I never thought I would have been in this happy place. I feel every day is not happy, but I just feel so good some mornings. And so I'm just getting into it. So yeah, like Andrea said, Andrea, you did a very good job. Uh, you got to keep going. You gotta do another one or two. Andrea's gonna be putting out a part. Real cute. No, not a part. What is it called? Oh.
Andrea is not putting out anything. Andrea is just here to support her sister as she goes through this process because Andrea has already been through the process. And I'm at a place now where I'm not afraid or embarrassed to share my story because there was a time that I was embarrassed. I didn't want nobody to know what I've been through, so I'm just grateful to be at a place now where I could share my story, but I'm not putting out no podcast. That ain't me, but I love
All
her.
right. She'll be back, y'all. Don't worry. She's gonna have a word for y'all. Anyway, y'all have a blessed night. Like, share, subscribe, all that other good stuff. And we will see y'all in the next week. Peace out. Andrea, you